Okay, hey everybody. I'm Jessica Craig. So if you don't know who I am, that's me. So I'm super excited to share with you guys a little bit tonight. If you are a potential, meaning you're not already with Prove It, if your video is up, can you raise your hand for me just so I can see who's on here that I'm talking to? I see. No, if you're not with Prove It, Jake, put your hand down. If you're not with Prove It, okay. And then if you're not on the video, you can type it in the chat just so I kind of know what we've got going on here. So we're going to make this pretty quick tonight. We're going to share with you guys a little bit of our stories, me and a couple people, and then answer some questions if you guys have any, and give y'all some basic information. So super excited. Thank you so much for taking some time out of your night to join us. We do these each week. So if you decide to join us, maybe by next week, you're going to have some people who are going to join you on this same call and maybe join your team. So we found Prove It. My husband and I, he's on here. He's not actually showing his face. He's the guy sitting by the private jet with the ketone shaker in his hand in his picture. Oh, there he is. He's rocking our baby. Hey, Maddie. Me and him and a couple of my best friends, we actually all started at the same time. It was almost 10 months ago, so not even 10 months ago. A little bit crazy how it all happened, but one of my best friends, she had discovered this and sent us a message and was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. I really feel like you need to check this out. So who on here before Prove It knew what ketones or ketosis, knew what it was? Raise your hand if you already knew. Okay, raise your hand if you had no clue what it was. Okay, so more than not didn't have a clue. So I actually knew what it was because I had done the Atkins diet. Look at Carter, he's so excited. He loves keto. I had done the Atkins diet years ago, back when everybody was doing it, and it was really, really hard for me personally, and I just couldn't stick with it. It was hard. It's life. When I found out that the one bite of birthday cake that I had taken knocked me out of ketosis and I was going to have to start all over to get back into it, I was like, no, I'm done with this. I'm not living like this. And then I probably ate a whole birthday cake and gained all my weight back plus some because I was depressed about it. So my experience with the diet personally was not that great, but I did know that this was amazing. Ketosis is a really good thing if you have the willpower and you can stick with it. Look at Carter. He is like, ketosis. Yes. He's so pumped. But whenever Mandy told me that there was a powder that you could mix in water and it would do the same thing, it would put you into ketosis within 1 hour after drinking it, my first initial thought was, no freaking way. There's just no way. I didn't believe it. And then my second thought right after was, what if this is really real? I got to get my hands on this stuff. So I ordered it as quick as my fingers could type. I was like, give me the keto now. I didn't research it. I did watch that campfire video, so hopefully all you guys have watched it. But I'm the kind of girl that if you tell me I need to try it and it looks legit, I'm going to try it. So I got my keto. I tried it. I loved it. And I decided right away that I wanted to be a promoter. We were actually in a situation to where it is magic powder, Kelly, for sure. We were in a situation to where we had a 2-month-old baby, that little chunky butt sitting right there. He is almost a year old now, but he was 2 months old at the time. I was struggling in many ways. I was depressed. I was exhausted. I was struggling financially, didn't know what we were going to do. I couldn't sleep at night, not only because I had a newborn baby, but because of all the things that were running through my mind about what are we going to do? What do I need to do to help, provide for my family? And so I had been praying okay, God, send me something, show me something, let me know what I need to do. I'm a dental hygienist by trade, but I haven't done that in years. And so I thought, do I have to go back to cleaning teeth? Do I need to put my baby in daycare and go back to cleaning teeth, which I did not want to do? Or is there something else out there for me that will allow me to work from home and provide for my family? And then lo and behold, in comes Prove It, in comes keto, and the rest is history. So we jumped on board right away. No one around here knew what it was. I had never heard of it. like I said, most people around here didn't even know what ketosis was. They didn't have a clue. And so I was, a little bit scared. So I'm sure a lot of you guys who are not already with Prove It are kind of going through some of the same things that we all go through. I don't know. Are people going to want this? Am I going to be successful? I'm not good at selling stuff. Are people going to like this? Like, all the thoughts run through your head. But at the same time, I also thought, okay, Jessica, you have been praying for something. This is it. Like, God's put this in your path. You need to grab onto it and just jump and just take a leap of faith and go for it. And so that's what we did. And we jumped all in. We got the experience pack. We'll talk to you a little bit more about that in a little bit. But we just jumped all in. And I'm telling you guys, it was probably literally top 3 best decisions I've ever made in my life. I hate to say it's the best decision I've ever made in my life because I like to think that my husband is is a little bit above Prove It, but it was for real an awesome decision for me and my family. Things in our life have gone from this way to this way. You know what I'm saying? Like every single aspect of our lives over these last 10 months, thanks to Prove It, have completely changed. And that's no lie. Like if you know me, then I'm telling you the truth. I had also, always, besides wanting to help our family financially, of course, who doesn't want to be successful? Who doesn't want to go to bed every night and not worry about how you're going to pay the bills? Who doesn't want to just have that financial freedom? So besides all of those things, I had always wanted to be able to be in love with what I was doing. I wanted to wake up every day and just think, I get to do this, not, how most people, they wake up every day and it's like, oh, I got to go to work. And that's how I used to be. I got to clean teeth. Like, I want to do this. But every single day I get to wake up and I get to think, who do I get to share this with today? Whose life do I get to change? Do I get to impact? Who can I talk to? What can I do to help other people? And then every night when I go to bed, it's just such an overwhelming feeling of gratefulness to think, this is my life. This is what I get to do. It's just such an awesome feeling. So I know all of you guys on this call who are already with Prove It feel the exact same way that I do. It's unbelievable opportunity, and we'll talk to you a little bit more about exactly how it works and all that kind of stuff. I just wanted to give you guys a little smidge of my background. Let's see. Sierra, is Carter going to cooperate for a minute and let you talk to us?
He was totally fine until you stopped talking, so I think he just really liked to listen to you talk.
He's
but we're going to go for it. We'll keep it short, sweet, and to the point. I'm like solo parenting tonight with this crazy little one who I've had for 14 days straight. And so we just don't like each other right now. I think we're both just sick of each other at this point. But it's pretty cool that I get to be able to at least do that. So I am at least thankful for that part. So I actually started with Prove It for a completely different reason than probably 95% of the people who are on this Zoom who have tried ketones. I was 37 weeks pregnant with this little man when I got started. And so I wasn't necessarily in it for the weight loss aspect. You're not trying to lose weight at 37 weeks pregnant. I just honestly wanted a little bit of energy and maybe a good night's sleep. And so when Jessica was like, hey, I found this stuff and I'm super excited about it and it gives you energy, I was like, great, I'm going to have to wait like forever before I ever try it because I want to breastfeed and I'm having a baby. She's like, no, you can totally take this. It's safe for pregnant and breastfeeding women. I was like, sign me up. I never tried it. I didn't get a trial pack, nothing. I was like, sign me up. I'm buying it. I'm taking it. Like, can I walk to Dallas to get it? Like, tell me how to get this stuff faster. I went in the first couple of days. I felt amazing. The stuff that I was a work-at-home mom. I have a 2-year-old at the time. Now she's 3. And I had 2 businesses, and I was exhausted. When I say that my businesses were high demand, like I was working 18 hours. And when I would go to bed, I wouldn't sleep well. You're super pregnant, you toss and you turn and you just feel absolutely miserable and you go to the bathroom 100 times and it's just not a good sleep. And then my first couple of days, I was like, man, this stuff is great. I have energy. And when I walk into the kitchen, I remember why the heck I'm walking into the kitchen. Like, I don't walk into the kitchen 18 times going, oh, I needed something. What the heck did I need? I didn't do that 18 times a day. And the stuff that was taking me 5 and 6 hours to do before was only taking me an hour or two to do because I was so focused. It helped my focus and my brain fog and my mental clarity and that mom brain. A lot of you guys on here probably have had mom brain, except for you, Jake. You probably never had mom brain. A lot of you guys have probably had mom brain, and the struggle is real, and it really, really helped. And it's helped me be a better mom to my kids, not only because, I have the energy, but also because, we were really struggling. I was 37 weeks pregnant, and I was sitting there thinking, like, I'm going to have to go back to work. I was trying to work from home, and I was running 2 businesses, and I was running myself ragged, and we were in mountains of credit card debt, and I was behind on my car payment. And there was a lot of bad things going on in our family financially. And I was sitting there thinking, and I was like, what am I going to do? There's no one who's going to hire somebody who's 37 weeks pregnant, because I'm about to have a baby. I'm about to have a newborn. Like, no one's going to hire me. And so when Jessica told me about this, like, I was nervous. I was crazy nervous. We had $1,000 available on any credit card that we had before they were maxed out, and that was supposed to be my kids' Christmas money. And it was supposed to be the money to get him home from the hospital and buy him some of the things that he needed. And instead, it bought our first experience pack. I think John had more faith in me than I had in myself, and he was like, go ahead and do it. And I was like, are you sure? Like, I don't know that this is a good idea. But he pushed me, and I'll be forever grateful for that. And it's changed our lives. Like, like Jessica said, like, it's night and day. It's night and day. I don't stay awake and struggle and think about, like, how in the world am I going to pay my car payment, or how in the world are we going to afford groceries after we pay all of our bills? Like, I don't worry about that stuff anymore. My kids get an amazing education, and Prove It pays for it. We travel the country and, we don't worry about coming home and, having to let something slide. You know how you like, are like, oh, well, that bill, we're just going to put that bill off to next paycheck so that we can do this or do that. There's none of that anymore. We don't have to rearrange our lives when something unexpected come up. We have to go to the emergency room with a baby on vacation, and there's that $150 copay. Before, that would have been extremely stressful. Like, how sad is that? That's real life for so many people, that $150 copay to take your baby to the emergency room is a stressor in your life, but that's real life for so many people, and you don't really think about that. And for us, it's not as big of a deal anymore. We don't have to worry about where that $150 is going to come from. Prove It pays for John's truck every single month. We have no more credit card debt. That's amazing for us. And we have a family. Like, this is our family. The guys that are on this Zoom are our family. I have made more friends in the last 9 months than I think I've made in my whole life. And I'm a pretty social person, so I like people. But I've probably made more friends in the last 9 months than I've made my entire life, and friends who truly care about you and want to see you succeed and are there for you all the time. Like, there is somebody awake at all hours of the night, usually me because of him, but somebody's awake at all hours of the night to answer your question or to help you through something that's difficult, or, just motivate you. And that's what's so amazing to me, is that we're a team of people who all want to see each other succeed. There's no competitiveness. Carter gets really fired up about all of us helping each other, or the part about keeping me up at night. Like, I'm not 100% sure what he's more fired up about. But we're a family, and there's everybody cheers everyone on, and I think that that's the part that has made such a huge difference for me. Is I've never been a group of such large group of people who all truly want to see everyone else succeed, and I think that's what we have that makes us totally different. So. Thanks for being quiet.
He did so good.
He did. He just got really excited at the end.
So something that you'll kind of see a pattern, and not that, we have tons of guys in Prove It, and actually the founding members of the company are all men, the top leaders, the top income earners. are a bunch of men. But you know, it's coming in pretty hot with the moms. The moms are coming in and they're really just kind of taking over. So you'll see that, you know, we have a lot of babies on our Zooms, and we work with our babies in our hands. And of course, my husband's the bomb, and he's kind of like a dad mom, but he always has the baby. But you know, Jessica Davenport, she's on here, and she is everything, guys. So if you think I'm too busy, I have kids, you know, if you think you've got too much going on, I just want you to realize that this can fit in anywhere that you need it to fit in your life. And so Jess has more going on than probably any of us ever will. And she has made time for Prove It because she sees the value in it and she knows what it can do for her family. So I'm going to let her share her story with y'all.
Hey y'all. Okay, mine just decided to hop up here with her chocolate bar and her, what do you call it, stethoscope. So bear with me, and I have to watch my words a little bit when I say it because she is right here. So I started, you know, keto OS in January, on January the 5th. I was super skeptical about it. I actually watched for 2 months, and I actually kept telling myself that stuff doesn't work. That's crazy. That could hurt you. Like, you know, I was one of those people. And, you know, finally it took a doctor's live video because I was actually interested in it. I was actually watching Jessica and Sierra and Ashley. Like, I was watching them for 2 months, trying to find every reason for it not to work, trying to find every reason that I didn't need this in my life, until finally I watched a doctor's live video. And, you know, some things that stuck out to me was about the research and the science behind this product. Mom! Yeah. And here, you want to take it in here and work on your baby? Work on your baby. One thing that really stuck out to me is the research and the science behind it, because a little background about us, my children are the first siblings in the United States with their type of rare disease. And we have to raise millions to be able to prolong life past 9 years old. We actually have to raise $6 million. So you can imagine there was no sleep. I was exhausted every single day. Emotionally, I was just, I mean, you can imagine. It finally took a doctor's live video for me to actually watch and understand and learn and realize that I'm the ignorant one for not trying it. So I secretly tried it from one of my friends. She put it in her mailbox for me. I knew she wasn't going to tell anybody. It was day 2 of my trial that, you know, a lot of people take it for the fat loss. A lot of people take it for the energy. But it was day 2 on my trial that I actually slept all night. I'm talking about good sleep, like sleep that you didn't move, the sleep that you know you got good sleep because you haven't slept in 6 months. When I woke up that morning, I told myself, I was like, all right, there's something to all the research and the science behind this. I'm going all in. I want as much as you can possibly give me, and I'm not going another day without it. So I was kind of like Sierra. Financially, we didn't have it. I put it on the credit card and asked forgiveness later. And I went all in, and I knew that I wanted to share it with as many people as possible. The biggest thing with me starting this business is I was afraid I wouldn't have the time. I was afraid that, you know, I was not even going to be able to put in the energy that I needed to, because I'm just not. We have a nonprofit organization for our kids, just the medical stuff day to day. And adding this on top of that, I really didn't think that I was going to have the time to do it. But y'all, it's so easy. It's so fun. I feel better. I sleep better. I have energy. A lot of things have changed with just my day to day about, you know, I feel like a better mom. I feel like a better wife. I feel like a better person, a better friend. And we are literally surrounded by some of the most supportive people I've ever been around in my entire life. Like, I know Jessica said it, you know, God places things in your life for a reason. This is something I prayed about personally months prior to this, and I wasn't planning on doing anything like this. I wasn't planning on jumping in a company. I wasn't planning on, I didn't even think I had the time to do it. It literally fell in my lap, and I tried a product that I absolutely knew I was never going another day without. I encourage you, if you're on the fence, give it a shot. I promise you, everybody on here has a different goal that they want in life, and we have to send $30,000 a month to be able to keep our research and supplies and salaries funded. This gives me the energy every day to get up and fight for that and to make that happen. There's probably people on here that have credit card debt or power bills, or, Christmas is coming up. Like, this is the perfect time, y'all. If you're ever going to do it, I promise you it's worth it. I promise you you're going to find time. And I promise you you're going to change a lot of lives. I've met some really inspiring, amazing people. And a lot of those are my customers that I never even thought would buy from me. I just thought I was buying a bunch of product and I was going to have enough for the entire year. And that was fine with me. Ended up all that product sold in about 36 hours. And I was buying more. So all you have to do is literally get this in somebody's hands. That's all you have to do, because that's all my friend did for me. And on day 2, I haven't went a day without it since. So I encourage everybody, y'all, it's amazing. And I love it. I feel better and I'm excited.
Thank you, Jess. So I hope all you guys can see that we for sure all are absolutely 100% head over heels in love with keto and Prove It, and for what it's doing for us and for all of our friends and family. So just a couple things about the business. If you have specific questions, you can type them into the chat and we'll unmute at the very end for just a couple minutes and let you guys ask any if you want to. But I'll give you some basic info in case you don't know. One of the most amazing things about Prove It is you can get your business started for $37, y'all. $37 is the only requirement, and that's a yearly fee. That's not even a monthly fee. So for $37 a year, you get beautiful websites. I think we have like 4 or 5 of them. You have lots of websites. You get an app for your phone that helps you keep up with everything, and that's for an entire year. We have no sales quotas. A lot of businesses, I don't know if you guys have ever been a part of them or heard of any other community marketing MLM type businesses, but the majority of them have a monthly minimum. They have sales quotas that you must meet each and every month in order to still get paid, in order to be a promoter, but not at Prove It. They have no requirements whatsoever, no contracts involved. Nothing, y'all. Nothing. No risk whatsoever. We even have an amazing money back guarantee. So if you join us, you buy some product, and then you're like, never mind, I don't want to do this, or nobody's buying this for me, or for whatever reason you decide that this is just not for you, Prove It will give you your money back. So don't feel stressed about that. Like I said, the only requirement is the $37 fee, but we do have some promoter packs that are optional, but we really strongly encourage you to start out with some product. If you're serious about this, if you're like one of those who wants to really jump in and do the dang thing and make some money and make this happen and be successful, we for sure recommend that you get started with product. Whoever invited you to the call can give you the specific details for their website and how to check out the promoter packs, but I'm going to give you a little bit of info about the experience pack. We have a couple different experience packs, but if you get one, you're going to get a couple extra benefits besides getting started with a good bit of keto and having the product on hand to sell the 5-day trials. Prove It actually has a couple promotions that go along with that. You're going to get rank 5 pay for a year. So everybody's probably like, what the heck's rank 5 pay? I don't know what that means. Basically, it just means you're going to get paid more further down into your business. So you come in right off the bat as a rank 5 prover. So that's pretty cool. And you get to keep that for an entire year and get paid for an entire year like that, no matter what. You also get double commission on your promoters for your first 30 days. So that's going to mean a lot of money, a lot of different money. Sometimes it doesn't mean that much. Sometimes it means thousands of dollars. So had I not came in with an experience pack, my first 30 days, I was very, very busy. That's when I was so, super excited about Prove It. Of course, I still am, but that's when I was just like on fire and calling and texting and messaging and knocking on doors and just telling everybody that I knew about this amazing opportunity and how bad I wanted them to join me. And so had I not gotten started with that experience pack, I would have missed out on thousands of dollars, y'all, thousands of dollars on double commissions. So I highly recommend, like I said, if you're serious about this, let's chat, get into a message with whoever invited you to this call. Let's figure out what your budget is or how we can brainstorm and make it happen, because it's just, you're not going to regret it, I promise. And you're going to sell it. You're going to sell your trial packs super, super quick. You will be shocked at how easy this is. You know, what we're doing here is just sharing a product. So how many of you guys, you know, go to eat at a restaurant and it's good and you post about it on Facebook, or you tell a couple of people that you work with, oh my gosh, I just ate at so-and-so, it was so good, you guys have got to try it. Or I just saw this movie, it's so good, y'all got to go see it. You know, oh, I just found this shirt at Target, it's so cute, go get it, it's on sale. Like, we're constantly sharing things and referring people to businesses and places and products and all this kind of good stuff. But you know what? You're not getting rewarded for it. You're not getting free product. The Target's not going to send you a free shirt. That restaurant's not going to give you a free meal for telling people about it. But at Prove It, if you refer 2 people to your website and they order keto, you get your product for free the next month. How cool is that? Like, that is exciting to me. I paid for my keto one time, and that's the first time I bought it, and I've never paid for it since. If you're on this call and you're a promoter, if I could see you, raise your hand if you get free keto, if you're drinking free keto. And I promise you guys, free keto tastes better than paid for keto. It really does. Like, it really does. I don't know why. But besides free keto, besides making money, it's just amazing. Like Sierra said, we have a very supportive team. This is not one of those things that we're going to sign you up and say, well, good luck to you, you know, hope you do well. No, we will hold your hand every step of the way, help you as much or as little as you want. You can be as involved as much or as little as you want. There are no requirements. There's nothing that you absolutely have to do. But if you really want to do well and you want the help, we are all here for you 100%. Sorry, I'm just kind of, oh my gosh, Jake, you're crazy. So does anybody have any specific questions about being a promoter, about how this works or anything before we hop off? Prove It is actually having a business review call. It's starting right now here in like 30 seconds. So whoever invited you to this call, you can get the number to the Prove It review call. It's going to be directly from Prove It. You're going to get to hear a little bit about what's going on with our company straight from the horse's mouth and not just from ours. But we're just fired up and excited. We hope that you have gotten a little information from this call. We hope to have you join our team. I cannot wait to work with you guys. This is really just life-changing. I love to tell everybody this. If you are on this call, if you are listening to this, if this is a recording that you're listening to 2 weeks from now, I'm telling you guys, this is your sign. This is it. You need to do this. If this is placed in front of you, it's totally up to you whether or not you grab hold of it. But I promise you, if you just give it a chance, if you just decide to do this, you're going to be so thankful that you did. And if you don't decide to do it, I guarantee you that you're going to be kicking yourself in the booty later, because Prove It is exploding. We have such rapid growth, you guys wouldn't even believe it. This company is less than 2 years old, and we're on path to be $1 billion company. Like, that's unheard of. That's insane. I can't even believe it. I get chills thinking about it, that we're only 2 years into this. I can't wait to see what life is going to be like for all of us in six months from now, or 2 weeks from now. I don't even know. Tomorrow, who knows what's going to happen. So anyway, I'm fired up. I'll let you guys go. Grant Davis is at the lake. I'm super jelly of that background, Grant. But anyway, I love you guys, and we will talk to y'all soon.